Would you go to the far reaches of space to find out what happened to someone you cared about? Maybe. What if it was your mother who disappeared when you were 10? A mother who was always there for you, and even gave birth to you although it was against the rules of the company she worked for. A mother who promised to be at your 11th birthday, no matter what. Yeah, I think I would too. Welcome back, lore lovers, to another episode of Gaming Bios, where today we'll be covering Ellen and Amanda Ripley from the Alien franchise. In 2014, a new type of Aliens game was released, much to the chagrin of Aliens fans everywhere. But we had been burned several times, too many times, with the promise of a good Aliens game, so naturally fans were a bit wary about this title. But on October 7, 2014, a survival horror game known as Alien Isolation was released and suddenly became everything fans had ever wanted. There was a real sense of fear when you played, constant threat, immersion, and finally something altogether unique that hadn't been utilized much in the past. An enemy that you couldn't kill. Stealth became the ultimate option in dealing with the enemy, not just stealth from the xenomorph, but from Seegson's working Joes and other hostile humans as well. All of these threats were piled on you as you played as Amanda Ripley, which is Ellen Ripley's daughter from the movie franchise, all taking place in a collapsing space station on a quest to find her mother. There are spoilers ahead, but the game is 10 years old now, so either way, you've been pre-warned. In the year 2137, 15 years after the disappearance of Ellen Ripley's at the age of 26, Amanda finally received some information about her mother from the Nostromo's flight recorder. The recorder was taken to the Sevastopol station owned by the lacking Seegson Corporation. Seegson was lacking due to the fact that in the android race, they had fallen far behind the Weyland-Yutani. So much so that they specialize more in working androids with emotionless features than the more in-depth characters like Samuels that we end up depending on in the game. From the moment she left her engineering life and went to Sevastopol, Amanda was met with a mixture of good and bad luck. Constant calamities and predicaments that she had to solve alone. And much like Isaac Clarke, who ironically enough was also an engineer, Amanda was met with monsters of many forms. But, unlike Isaac, Amanda's enemy proved to be far too intelligent and far too resilient to be defeated by one person, so stealth became the preferred and best option. Amanda and her mother are similar in many respects. Both have an air of luck and longevity in dire situations. Despite constant fears of foes beyond them, they push forward and persevere where so many others just stand and die. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Lambert. To go into more comparisons about the mother and daughter duo, both are resilient survivors. Ellen and Amanda display incredible resilience and survival skills in their encounters with the xenomorphs. Despite facing overwhelming odds, they refuse to back down, showcasing bravery and resourcefulness. Despite the horror and isolation, both face their fears. Their willpower helps them survive in a hostile environment where one mistake could be fatal. And their ability to keep going, motivated by finding closure or family, helps them endure the alien threat. And they both display natural leadership. The Ripleys tend to take on leadership roles in crises. Ellen commands respect and navigates hostile situations with authority, while Amanda leads herself and others to safety with quick thinking and adaptability in Alien Isolation, even though the end results aren't always a net positive for their crews. Driven by loyalty, Ellen is fiercely protective of her crew and later her surrogate daughter, Newt, who essentially replaces Amanda as the child she lost. Motivated by her determination to find out what happened to her mother, dives into the terrifying world of Weyland-Yutani and xenomorphs, unaware of the risks that lie ahead for her. Both Ripleys are tough, yet compassionate. Despite their hardened exteriors, they both show empathy for others. Ellen has a bond with her original crew on Nostromo and even forms bonds with Newt and some Marines, risking her life to save them all. and Amanda attempts to help the fellow survivors she encounters at Sevastopol Station. Now, to highlight some notable differences between Ellen and Amanda, one being their military and civilian backgrounds respectively, I use this term lightly, but Ellen's military-like discipline as a warrant officer gives her a strategic edge in combat situations, while Amanda, an engineer, approaches situations more practically, using her technical skills to survive or evade instead of engage directly. This is even further displayed in the Alien sequel when Ripley learns to use a pulse rifle and later attaches a flamethrower to it. Another notable difference is the technology that each of these heroes have access to. Ellen's story takes place in an environment with outdated technology and basic weaponry, making her resourcefulness even more critical. She has to use an airlock and the ship's engine to rid herself of the original xenomorph. Amanda, on the other hand, has access to slightly more advanced tech, like her hacking tools, diversion devices, maintenance jacks, stun batons, and more in Alien Isolations, although weapons are still limited. There is also a legacy impact that affects each character differently. Ellen Ripley becomes a renowned figure for her role in fighting the xenomorph threat, practically mythologized by those who follow, hence her return for many sequels. Amanda, while skilled and brave, remains relatively unknown, quietly carrying her mother's legacy with little recognition. The relationship between Ellen and Amanda Ripley, though forged largely in absence, speak to an unbreakable bond that transcends space and unimaginable danger. While Ellen's legacy is one of bravery and relentless survival, Amanda's journey to uncover her mother's fate is a testament to her own courage and loyalty. Amanda's willingness to blindly face the same horrors as Ellen, all for the chance to understand and connect with her mother, highlights a deep familial love that endures even beyond death. Together, the Ripleys embody resilience, compassion, and a fierce commitment to each other, making their mother-daughter relationship one of the most profound and enduring in the Alien universe. And this, lore lovers, has been another episode of Gaming Bios. If you like this content, or even learn something new about the Alien franchise, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you're notified when we upload a new video. Can you think of another mother-daughter duo in gaming? If so, leave it in the comments, we'd love to see it. And until next time, lore lovers.